So Lakers fans, what if I told you that the Lakers starting center, franchise center, just became available via trade, and how the Atlanta Hawks are making a huge mistake on Onyeka Okongwu? In today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about the Atlanta Hawks having doubts and question marks about Onyeka Okongwu being their franchise center, and how the Lakers could swoop in and possibly trade for Onyeka Okongwu before the NBA trade deadline or this summer in the offseason, and he could become the Lakers franchise center to grow alongside Luka Dončić and Austin Reaves. Before we hop into today's video, man, y'all be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and hop into it. So according to reports, guys, the Atlanta Hawks are having doubts, quote unquote, about Onyeka Okongwu being their starting center and having question marks about him being around the core that they have. We all know that they just traded away Trae Young, so they've been playing better without Trae Young this season. Trae Young pretty much went for a bag of chips and some used up socks to go to the Washington Wizards. They got back, the Atlanta Hawks got back CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert, and they already have Kristaps Porzingis. Anthony Davis just injured his hand last night against the Utah Jazz, and he's probably not going to be traded because of that. He's probably going to miss anywhere between a month or two for the rest of the season, so he's not going to be on the trade block most likely. So Onyeka Okongwu is the Atlanta Hawks starting center, and this season he's having a very good season. We about to hop into his statistics. We about to hop into the reports, his contract, what it might take for the Lakers to get him, and how he fits with the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's go and hop into it. So I want to read you guys this report right quick by Kelly Iko. Kelly Iko. I'm not sure. He's a pretty credible source though. So he's saying that the Atlanta Hawks have some doubts about Onyeka Okongwu long term. The Hawks, according to conversations with rival executives, agents, and former players, are unsure for the long-term prospect of Onyeka Okongwu and Mo Gay at the center position. From a contention standpoint, Atlanta is an average defensive team, but a core featuring Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Johnson, and Davis has enough versatility and optionality to rewrite a narrative that would have been otherwise impossible for with Young as the centerpiece. Now, this report is kind of based on like how they were. Now, this report came out today as of January 9, 2026. This report came out today. But if there's any type of doubts, if there's any type of question marks for how good Onyeka Okongwu as a player has been for them this season and how he's progressed as a player since he came into the league a couple years ago, there is question marks there. If there's question marks there, then there's teams that could possibly pry away Onyeka Okongwu as the Atlanta Hawks starting center. Now, there's nothing concrete set in stone on how this might work, or if they're going to trade him or not, or if they are going to trade him, if they're not, if they are. But just the fit. I want to talk about the fit alongside Luka and Austin Reaves for right now in the present with LeBron James on the team, and in the future with those two guys, having him a part of their core and had pretty much getting their long-term center. Now, DeAndre Ayton has been solid this season. Actually, he's been pretty above average. He's been pretty good. The last couple games, he's been kind of inconsistent since he came back from the elbow injury, but he's been pretty good overall this season. But I don't think the Lakers see or view DeAndre Ayton as their future franchise center. I don't think they see DeAndre Ayton being that. Now, Onyeka Okongwu, I can pretty much really see him being that type of piece, regardless if he's starting, which I would start him alongside Luka because he's developing a pretty good three-point shot. He's a lob threat. He's 6'10". He has a very strong base. He's a pretty decent defender. He averages about 1 block a game his career. Now he's not like just this elite rim protector or something like that, but it's a lot of teams in the league that don't have that, and they're contending teams. But he's a very, very good center, and he's been getting better every single year. He's developing a three-point shot, so imagine him being able to spread the floor and be a true big, while you have possibly another big playing alongside him, or you have like a Jared Vanderbilt or something like that play alongside him and be out there defending other power forwards and just being that Swiss Army knife on the defensive side of the ball, while you have Okongwu on the court at the same time, being able to dominate in the paint, grab rebounds, shoot the three ball, and it just makes your team so much more versatile for now and in the future. Now, I want to hop into his stats. Right quick, guys, and show y'all how he's progressed over his career so far. He's gotten better every single year of his career. The minutes have increased and the production has increased. As you guys can see, he came into the league 2020, 2021. He is 6'10", 240 pounds. He's 25 years old. He was the number 6 overall draft pick back in 2020. So he's very young. He's just now entering into the prime of his career. So having a player like this that's continuously getting better every single season is great to have alongside guys like Luka Dončić. And then on top of that, guys, just a little nugget. Last year, before the Lakers made the trade for Mark Williams, they were interested in trying to trade for Jalen Duren and Onyeka Okongwu. They were trying to trade for both of those guys. And he is a California guy. I think he's from like Oak. I think he's from somewhere in California. He went to high school in California. So, you know, you can see the interest they have in a guy like Okongwu. They tried to trade for him last offseason or last trade deadline. Obviously, the Atlanta Hawks declined, but the Lakers have interest in him. And as you guys can see, the minutes have increased over his career. The field goal numbers have increased. The percentages have kind of went down as he's gotten more minutes, but this is still a pretty good percentage for a guy that shoots the 3 ball at 36% at a high volume, about 5 attempts a game. And he's a very good free throw shooter. He can rebound the ball pretty well, 8 rebounds a game. I would like that to be a little bit higher, but he averaged 9 rebounds a game last season. He averages about a block a game. He's a pretty good passer as well, and that's important when you are a center playing alongside guys that demand double teams. It is going to be up to you to make the right decision when you're in the middle of the court and you get those passes out of the double teams. When Luka and Austin and LeBron and those guys are getting trapped at half court or getting trapped above the 3-point line and they throw you the ball in the high post area, free throw line area, it's up to you to make the right decisions with the ball. Onyeka Okongwu does that. He's a very good passer, very underrated passer. Bounce passes, live passes, finding guys in the corner, finding guys on the wing. He's not scared to reverse and look the other way. That's one of my biggest problems with DeAndre Ayton. When he's in that position, it's like his eyes or his vision is only on one side of the court. And sometimes guys be wide open if he would just reverse pivot and look on the other side and throw it to the corner or throw it to the wing. Guys be wide open. Onyeka Okongwu, you wouldn't have that problem with him. I've watched him play a lot this year. He's improved, like I said, over his career, and he's a very good young player. And those are one of the more underrated things that helps you win games, get you better shots. Don't turn the ball over. Let's get an open 3. Let's get an open shot this time. Those are the type of things that help you win. That can be the difference in you keeping momentum or you losing it. If you turn the ball over or you find a guy wide open for a 3, he knocks down that 3, or he misses it, that's a better possession and you turning the ball over because you just looking this way, or you thought like DeAndre Ayton had one pass last game against the Spurs where he got the ball in the post, he went to go make a move and he just threw the ball after Dalton Connect and just threw it out of bounds. Like, instead of you being patient, setting up, facing up, making a move, knowing where your open players are and things of that nature, like sometimes DeAndre Ayton, he lacks in that area, and that's something that I've noticed this season with him. But Onyeka Okongwu, he doesn't do that. It's like when he gets the ball in the middle of the court, getting the ball from Trae Young, getting the ball from Jalen Johnson, he makes the right passes out of those reads and out of those double teams. When Jalen Johnson or Trae Young are getting double teamed at half court or above the 3-point line, Onyeka Okongwu makes the right decision. Now, that's not the end all be it all, right? But that's just an addition to his game that's been improving every single year. Because playing alongside Trae Young, when he gets hot, he starts to get double teamed or he starts to draw more attention. He's one of the better passers in the league. Now you're going to be alongside a couple great passes if he was to get traded to the Lakers this season or in the future. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be playing with multiple good passers in Luka and Austin Reaves. So that's one of the most important things. Now, defensively, he's able to move his feet pretty well. Now, obviously, you don't want him out there guarding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander the whole game, but he's capable of moving his feet against other guards if they're switching. He's a smart player. And like I said, he's one of those players, man, that he's one of those elite role players that have just continued to grow as a player on both sides of the ball. And he's only 25 years old, so he's nowhere near his peak as a player. And him being able to shoot the 3 ball this season at a 36% clip, which is above league average at about 5 attempts a game, that is beyond great. And if he can continue to develop that 3-point shot and continue to develop his skills in general, he could be one of the better young players in the league. Actually, he probably already is one of the better young players in the league now. He could possibly be an all-star if he continues to get better the way he's doing, and just that trajectory, like that Austin Reaves trajectory. Every single year, you're just getting better. You're just adding things to your game. You're getting stronger, you're getting better, you're getting in better shape, and you're just becoming a better basketball player. That's what Onyeka Okongwu has done so far in his career, and that's what he continues to do. And when you're playing with a guy like Luka Dončić, he fits well with this team. Now, would the Lakers do that? I don't know, because one of the biggest mistakes Rob Pelinka has made since he's been the GM of the Lakers is not trading for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield a couple years ago, when you had the opportunity to trade Russell Westbrook and 2 first-round picks for that tandem. If you would have mixed that tandem of Miles Turner and Anthony Davis together those couple seasons, when you still had LeBron and, you know, Austin was elevating and you still had Christie and you still had some of these other players, if you did that year, you become a contender. The front court of Anthony Davis and Miles Turner when it comes to protecting the rim, and then the ability for Miles Turner to step out and shoot the 3-ball while Anthony Davis can dominate in the paint and block shots as well, so can Miles Turner, and just the versatility on both sides. And this is when Buddy Hield was still a much more confident player. He was able to knock down threes at a high clip. He's been one of the more high volume, high effective three-point shooting players in the league since he came in. So you added more shooting with both of those guys, and you added another elite defender and rim protector and things of that nature. That was one of the biggest mistakes he made. So this is one of those type of things. I don't know if we will have the assets to do it, but Okongwu was only making $15 million a year. He did sign an extension a couple years ago. I think it was last offseason. I think he signed an extension, or maybe the year before. But he's making $15 million a year. The contracts, we understand now how valuable expiring contracts are. That's the reason why Trae Young went to the Washington Wizards for not even a pick. A pick wasn't even involved. Draft compensation was not involved, because you have the expiring contract of guys like CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. Now, I don't think Corey Kispert's on the expiring contract, but getting Trae Young off their books, I guess that's what the Atlanta Hawks were prioritizing. And the league now is prioritizing expiring contracts. The Lakers have multiple expiring contracts. Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, all of these guys have expiring contracts, and they are extremely valuable. And then you have a couple of decent young players that can come off the bench or can develop with the Atlanta Hawks. So the Lakers have trade assets. When you see a 4-time All-Star go to the Washington Wizards for basically nothing, that goes to show you how important to these teams expiring contracts and being below the second tier apron and the first tier apron and things of that nature, and how the CBA works now. Expiring contracts or as valuable as they've ever been. And now that you have multiple expiring contracts, trading for a guy like Okongwu could be possible. So I don't know if the Lakers would do it before their trade deadline. That's not their priority. That shouldn't be their priority. But at the same time, he's a better player than DeAndre Ayton right now. And I like DeAndre Ayton. He's been solid this season. But Okongwu is a better player now. And then on top of that, he's younger, a little bit younger. And I think he would be a better fit with this team for the future, for the present and in the future. So let me know how you guys feel about Onyeka Okongwu in the comment section below, guys. If he becomes available for trade, what would you guys be willing to give up for him? Would you guys try to trade for him before the NBA trade deadline? Or would you guys prefer to wait till the summertime? Or would you guys prefer to trade for him at all? Let me know all these things in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, man. If y'all enjoyed, y'all be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.